In the East African British colony of Kenya, there appeared to be little prospect for any sort of self-government. Unlike Ghana, which had few European settlers, Kenya's fertile soil and comfortable climate had attracted several thousand Europeans during the 1920s and 30s. They took over much of the land and used Africans as servants and laborers. Thousands of British citizens came to stay, to enjoy a life they could never afford in Britain. 4 million acres of land were taken from the largest tribe, the Kikuyu. At first, their case was argued by Jomo Kenyatta, who led a popular movement to demand their land back and negotiate self-rule. When the British refused to budge, some Kikuyu formed a secret organization. They lived off the land in the forest under Mount Kenya and called themselves a Land and Freedom Army, the Mau Mau. Waiwaturi joined them.
I joined Mau Mau because of the hardship. The main problem was that our land had been taken by the white man. Then there was education. The schools we used to go to were closed down and destroyed. So we all came together into groups and took an oath. The African was your brother. But when you see a white man, you should know he is your enemy.
To Africans, the Mau Mau were freedom fighters. But to the Europeans, they were terrorists.
For it is that band of fanatics whose bloody deeds have cast a dark shadow across the face of Kenya.
The British used the police and army to round up suspects from the Kikuyu villages. They dropped 50,000 tons of bombs to try to destroy their camps. The Mau Mau who tried to shoot down the British planes were celebrated as folk heroes. The Mau Mau concluded there was no alternative to violence. They used homemade weapons to terrorize European settlers, attacking isolated farmhouses and police stations. Derek and Sylvia Richardson had settled in the Highlands 20 years earlier.
We were a bit isolated, even more isolated than we are now. But we used to have our guns with us all the time, our revolvers.
The Richardsons' neighbors were among the few to survive an attack. 2 women living alone, they were glorified in British newsreels.
There was a bang on the door. They opened it. This gang came rushing in. And Kitty and Dot shot at these people and killed 2 of them. And they shot quite a number of bullets. One of them killed their dog, which of course was heartbreaking for them because they were devoted to it.
Many Africans opposed the violence, including Jomo Kenyatta. Despite a lack of evidence, he was accused of Mau Mau links and imprisoned. 80,000 suspects were detained and interrogated, including Wangugu Gichonga.
Mtu anaitwa pale kwa rain, maana wamekuja wanakuja moja moja.
We would all be in a line. They'd call the detainees one by one.
Wewe unajua Mau Mau? No.
Are you Mau Mau? No.
Wewe umekula kiapo?
Have you taken an oath? No.
Unaweza fanya nini?
What will you do if we send you home?
Hakuna?
Nothing.
Kuna kitu. Sema.
Tell us if you are Mau Mau.
On the edge of the African jungle in Kenya, a Mau Mau terrorist fighting British rule of the colony is captured. 2 native policemen bring in one of the top leaders of the rebel tribesmen, 34-year-old Dida Kamathi.
By 1956, the Mau Mau had been defeated. But it was becoming clear to British officials that they couldn't go on protecting the white minority, 1% of the population, in the face of African demands. They knew they'd have to make concessions or risk another rebellion.
Africans ready to and experienced enough to take over the actual administration of government yet?
Yes, they are, certainly.
Do you expect that they will do that, or do you want British civil servants to stay and help?
Oh, we want the help. We want the friends. Those who can work under an African government. We want them. But what we don't want is masters.